Hello, this is Dustin Burrell doing the CIS 225 end user support video. This activity is 10-3 logging performance data. To get started in this, we need to get to our data collector sets. So we just need to get back into our performance monitor. And to get back to there, go to our control panel, system and security, administrative tools, performance monitor right here. So this is where you begin for your activity, and it's on page 475 of MCTS Guide of End User Support. So first thing we want to do is expand our data collectors right here. As we do that, we're going to click on things and just define what they're all about. On the event trace sessions, these are trace providers used by the system to collect system performance data. All of these. And then click on user defined. When you create new data collectors, they are placed in this folder. Pretty much the CPU and disk logging folder. Right click user defined and go to new. And we're going to make a different data collector set, and then name box type CPU and disk logging, and click next. If it'll let me. Here, we'll give it a 1 behind there, because I already made a CPU disk logging. I don't want to go erase this, so I'll just put a 1 behind there. So it acknowledges it. And when we get to here, the data collect setter will be created from a template. In the template data collector set box, select each option and read the description. So here, the system performance, generate a report detailing the status of the local hardware resources, system response times, and process on the local computer. Use this information to identify possible causes of performance issues. Membership in the local administrators group or equivalent is the minimum required to run this data collector set. That would be for system performance. In diagnostics, you're pretty much generating a report doing the status of the local hardware resources, system response times, and processes on the local computer along with the system information and configuration data. This report includes suggestions for ways to maximize performance and streamline system operation. Membership in the local administrators group, or equivalent, is the minimum required to run this data collector set. We're going to be doing a basic one. Use this template to create a basic data collector set. You can add or remove counters and change the scheduling options later by editing its properties. Membership in the local administrators group or equivalent is the minimum required to run this data collector set without modifications. See the help topic. Create a data collector set from a template for more information about permissions and configurations. So click on the basic and hit next. Accept the default root directory and click next. Click open properties for this data collector set and click finish. On the general tab, read which user the data collector set will run as. It says it's pretty much using the CPU and disk logging. That's the name of our folder, but it's using this template to create a basic data. Click the directory tab. On the directory tab, this tab shows you where the log files will be stored. Click the stop condition tab. Notice that by default the data collector set will stop after 1 minute. Click OK. In the left pane, expand user defined. As you expand this, click CPU and disk logging. We're going to go to CPU disk logging 1, just so we don't go to something that I've already done. Right click performance monitor, performance counter, and click properties. As you go inside the properties, notice that all processors related counters are selected by default. Click add. Expand the physical disk. So find the physical disk in this little category area. Expand it. Click physical disk. Okay. Click physical disk and then add it, because it's going to add everything that we just expanded. And then click OK. So there's our physical disk. This adds all the counters for the physical disk. Notice that the log format is in binary format, and then click OK. In the left pane, click user defined. Go here real quick. Notice that CPU and disk logging is stopped. Right click CPU and disk logging, and for me I'm just going to go to this one because I haven't done anything with it yet. Click start. Wait 1 minute for the data collection to complete. In the left pane, click performance monitor. As we get to the performance monitor in the toolbar, click view log. View log's right up here. If you guys are lost, just hover over the areas, it'll get you there. Click on view log data button, click it. Note that by hovering the cursor over each tool, that will do the name, okay? Under data source, click log files. Okay, as we click log files, click add. Double click the admin folder, administration folder. Double click CPU disk logging 1. Double click the folder with today's date, this one. Click performance counter BLG, which is just this, and then open it. As you open it, click time range right here. This displays the time range in the log file. You can select just a subset of the time range to view it if you desire. The default setting is to display the entire time range. Click the data button right up here. To select the counters to display from the log file, click remove, which there's really nothing to remove. And it's required to remove any existing counters, and then click the add button. Expand the physical disk in your little category area right here and click on idle time. After you click on idle time, click add, and as you add this, it's pretty much adding the total percentage idle time for all physical disks that were logged. So now we're going to do the same thing with processor. Expand processor, find idle time, and then we're going to click add on that too. This adds the total percentage idle time for all processors that were logged. Click OK. Notice that the counters are now listed under counters. Right there. Click OK to save it. If necessary, change the chart views graph type to line. That is not necessary for me. It might be for others. Click the plus sign up here, which is the add button. Notice that only the physical disk and the processor counters are available because only they were logged. Expand physical disk. Notice that you can select any counter in the category because they were all logged. Click cancel. Get out of this. And pretty much we're going to leave this performance activity open for the next video, but I'm going to close out of it because I know how to get back to it. It's not a big deal. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Any comments or questions, any confusion, let me know on my YouTube channel, Dustin Burrell. And you guys have a good night.